Life growing up was not very stable. My mom being a single mom and also just didn't really always make the best choices. Just kind of grew up feeling like I was a problem. As I got older and started to really understand and realize a lot of the dysfunction, got a really negative view of what intimacy and relationship should be. We found out she had congestive heart failure when I was in 7th grade. She wasn't able to work anymore. And then in March of my senior year, my mom passed away. And I think I got angry with God when she passed away, because we never really fully restored that relationship and love. We got evicted, so my daughter's father and I got an apartment together. We got that apartment about 2 weeks before I graduated high school, and about a month after I graduated high school, I found out that I was pregnant. My daughter's father doesn't do well with women and emotions or any kind of conflict, so when I would grieve, he kind of didn't really give me that space. I felt really rejected, and someone that I worked with that was actually a lot older than me, and I realized now kind of preyed on me, was giving me the attention that he wasn't, and I cheated on him. I did start dating another guy that was also a pretty good bit older than me, and he introduced me to drugs. He didn't call it crack. And so before I even really knew exactly what I was doing, I was already addicted and pretty deep into it. I had been physically abused. He introduced me into prostitution so that I could continue to support our habit. I lost everything, and in the end, even my daughter. I went to jail, and probably about a month later, I got into a pretty bad car accident, but I got out and was not even scratched, and I don't know why, but in that moment, I just realized that God had really been with me, but I had turned away from Him. I made the decision to get clean and to start to change my life. I actually met a girl right after getting clean, and I started going to church with her. And so as I began getting into the Word and into church, I wanted it to be okay to be with her. The Christians within that community will say, that if God is an all-loving God, then He's going to accept me this way. He made me this way. So it was really confusing to hear that all the time and then be in the Word and never see anything that said that. My uncle and my aunt are members at Apostles. She invited me to Christianity Examined.
What is the meaning of the cross?
Having James be a mentor to me through these years helped me develop a trust for men again. And through our conversation, I brought that up, and he didn't meet me with condemnation. He just encouraged me to pray for the Lord to remove anything from my life that wasn't a part of His plan or wasn't meant for me. As I was learning more and more about the Lord and developing a relationship with Him, He did actually remove her from my life. So I was freed of my same-sex attraction and also walking in sobriety, and had actually gotten my daughter back as well. But I still carried so much deep shame and just felt very unworthy of anybody good, because I felt that if anybody knew me, that they would reject me, or, especially that if any man knew that I had done the things that I had done, that they wouldn't want to be with me. I didn't feel that I deserved forgiveness. During that Bible study, somebody did come in and talked about living waters. talked about how it was for people that struggled in relationships. And I had to go through twice before I could be brave enough to confess all of the sins. And then in the second round of Living Waters, I finally confessed the prostitution, which was what really had the biggest stronghold in my life and caused me to carry such deep shame. And when I confessed that, I wasn't rejected. I was met with love and was able to accept forgiveness and begin to believe that I was a good gift and that I was made new in the Lord. I love Apostles. It was the first place that I felt truly accepted. Not only does Michael Youssef unapologetically share the word, whether it's a feel-good sermon or not, I appreciate that, because if we only share the good and the joy and the love and not the suffering that comes from walking in sin, you're really not going to know Him. You're going to know the world. There's a scripture that really just represents what the Lord did for my life, and that is Psalm 42. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord.